Architecture begins in the imagination, in that quiet internal landscape where ideas are shaped long before a single line is drawn or a stone touches the ground. Every meaningful building first exists as a thought, a possibility, an exploration of space and atmosphere. In this project, Alberto Cabal and the team at 304 Arquitectura approached architecture in exactly this way. Their vision was not simply to place a structure on the land, but to create a building that dissolves into its surroundings and becomes inseparable from the natural landscape that hosts it. The site itself is defined by a dramatic canyon carved deep into the terrain and surrounded by dense forest. Rather than resisting this powerful geography, the architects allowed it to guide every design decision. The steep natural void suggested a strategy of separation. Instead of forcing a single large structure into the terrain, the program was divided into two distinct volumes. One building accommodates the private areas of the house, while the other contains the social and public spaces. This separation allows each volume to respond differently to the landscape while maintaining a quiet dialogue between them. Together, these two buildings create the sensation of an architectural island floating within the forest. The structures appear as calm geometric forms surrounded by an ocean of trees and vegetation. They do not dominate the environment. Instead, they exist as carefully placed objects within a living landscape that continues to grow and evolve around them. The exterior expression of the building is defined by strong, horizontal, long linear planes stretch across the facade, emphasizing stability and calmness. The materials are deliberately restrained. Rough stone and exposed concrete are used in a subtle conversation of texture and weight. The stone connects the structure to the earth, while the concrete introduces precision and modernity. Together, they produce a timeless surface that feels both ancient and contemporary. The entrance sequence avoids the obvious gesture of a traditional front door. Instead, the arrival is hidden along the side of the building. This small act of displacement transforms the simple act of entering into a moment of discovery. Visitors move along the exterior wall before quietly slipping inside. From there, the spatial experience unfolds gradually. The first interior space is a covered patio that acts as a transitional threshold between forest and house. From this sheltered zone, a narrow staircase guides the visitor upward. The compressed proportions slow the movement of the body and heighten awareness of the surrounding architecture. At the top of the stairs, the path opens onto a wide landing. Embedded within the floor is a small glass panel that reveals the water below. This moment creates the first dramatic connection between the interior architecture and the natural environment beneath the building. Beyond this point, the visitor arrives at the true heart of the home. A double-height vestibule expands, vertically filling the interior with light and spatial generosity. Suspended above this space is a library bridge that connects different parts of the building while framing views across the interior. This area functions as a deliberate threshold. The architects intentionally designed it to be slightly darker and more enclosed than the rooms that follow. The purpose is psychological. By compressing the experience before releasing it, the architecture prepares the occupant for the openness that lies ahead. Throughout the building, the architects manipulate proportion in a careful sequence. Spaces move from narrow to wide and from shadow to brightness. These transitions choreograph how sunlight enters the home and how the body experiences movement through it. Light becomes more than illumination. It becomes a material that shapes the atmosphere of each room. Within the social wing, the design employs an idea known as the cachucha concept. The architecture deliberately blocks direct views of the sky. Instead of encouraging the eye to look upward, the design directs attention outward toward the dense green canopy of the forest. As sunlight passes through branches and leaves, it forms a constantly shifting lattice of light and shadow. These patterns move across the walls and floors throughout the day, turning the interior into a living surface animated by nature. Perhaps the most dramatic element of the entire composition is the suspended volume that extends over the canyon. This section of the building is supported by a complex structural geometry inspired by the form of tetrapods. The engineering solution allows the space to begin at ground level before gradually projecting outward until it floats above the void. At its furthest point, the occupant stands 14 meters above the canyon floor. Despite this impressive height, the structure feels unexpectedly light. Achieving this sensation required close collaboration between the architects and specialized structural engineers. Every component was carefully calculated to ensure stability while preserving the visual delicacy of the cantilever. The result is a moment where architecture appears to defy gravity while still remaining secure and grounded. The private building adopts a different architectural language. Here the expression becomes more brutalist in character. Large surfaces of raw concrete define the structure with minimal ornament and precise geometry. This building contains a small minimalist pool positioned to create a unique visual perspective. From within the water, the occupant looks back toward the main house as it hovers among the trees. The architects imagine the concrete gradually aging alongside the forest itself. Over time, moss, moisture, and vegetation will soften the edges of the structure. The building will slowly merge with its environment, becoming less like an object and more like a fragment of landscape. The experience of the project extends far beyond the main house. From the central volumes, a network of narrow trails descends through the forest. These paths weave through trees and natural terrain before eventually reaching a hidden destination known as the cave. The cave is perhaps the most introspective space in the entire design. It is constructed entirely from raw concrete and shaped with deliberately low ceilings. The scale is intentionally compressed to create a sense of quiet enclosure. This small sanctuary is designed for reading, reflection, and silence. The space also celebrates one of nature's most powerful sensory experiences. During rainfall, the sound of water striking the earth and the concrete surfaces becomes amplified within the cave. The rhythm of the rain transforms the space into a kind of acoustic chamber where architecture and nature merge into a single atmospheric event. In this project, the idea of luxury is redefined. It does not appear through decoration, expensive finishes, or excessive display. Instead, luxury emerges through carefully orchestrated experiences between the built environment and the surrounding forest. Every space is designed to heighten awareness of light, sound, texture, and landscape. The architecture ultimately achieves something rare. It creates a condition of total immersion where the boundary between building and nature becomes almost invisible. The forest is no longer simply the setting for the house. It becomes an active participant in the life of the architecture itself.